We look up at the stars. They've seen it all. From the dust of the cosmos, life emerged. This is the story of those civilizations. The echoes of these ancient civilizations reverberate through time. They whisper to us through ruins and artifacts. They tell tales of innovation and creativity, the invention of writing, the rise of cities, the development of complex social structures. These were monumental achievements that laid the foundation for the world we live in today. By understanding their journeys, we gain insights into our own. We learn from their triumphs and their mistakes. So, let us journey back in time. Our journey begins in the Fertile Crescent, a region blessed by the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here, in a land we now call Mesopotamia, civilization as we know it took root. Then, around 3500 BC, a remarkable transformation began. These communities, drawn together by the bounty of the rivers, grew into the world's first cities. Think of Ur, Uruk, Babylon. In these bustling cities, a new way of life emerged. The Tigris and Euphrates were more than just sources of water. They were lifelines. With irrigation, the Mesopotamians tamed the land, ensuring a surplus of food. This agricultural revolution fueled population growth and spurred technological advancement. The wheel, the plow, the sailboat, all inventions born from the ingenuity of the Mesopotamians. They developed a system of writing, cuneiform, to record their transactions, laws, and stories. This was a revolution in human communication. The Mesopotamians didn't just invent technologies, they built empires. Sargon of Akkad, Hammurabi of Babylon. These rulers forged vast kingdoms. They gave us the world's first code of law, the Code of Hammurabi. Yet even in the cradle of civilization, shadows lurked. Years of intensive agriculture led to soil salinization, diminishing returns, and eventually, economic hardship. The once mighty cities fell into ruin, leaving behind only whispers in the desert sands. South from the Fertile Crescent, cradled by the sands of a vast desert, another civilization blossomed. Ancient Egypt, a land tethered to a life-giving river, the Nile. Each year, like clockwork, the Nile would flood, depositing rich silt across its banks. This predictable flood cycle was the heartbeat of Egyptian civilization. From these fertile banks, a civilization unlike any other emerged. The Egyptians, masters of agriculture, harnessed the Nile's bounty. They built villages, then towns, then cities, all interconnected by the ever-present Nile. The Nile was more than just a source of sustenance, it was a conduit for unity. These god-kings, seen as intermediaries between the gods and mortals, commanded absolute power. They built monuments that defied time, colossal testaments to their power and the skill of their people. Imagine colossal pyramids, piercing the sky, eternal homes for their pharaohs journeying into the afterlife. The Egyptians' legacy wasn't just etched in stone, it was woven into the fabric of their society. They developed a system of writing, hieroglyphs, elegant symbols that captured their language, beliefs, and dreams. But time, like the shifting sands of the desert, can erode even the mightiest empires. The same river that gave life to Egypt could also bring hardship. Years of low floods meant lean harvests, leading to famine and unrest. Internal power struggles, ambitious rivals, and the ever-present threat of invasion chipped away at the foundations of their once stable society. The empire, like a ship caught in a tempestuous sea, was buffeted by internal and external forces. Fragmentation, rebellion, and conquest by foreign powers became the new norm. The echoes of their reign, however, continued to resonate. Their monuments, though weathered by time, still stand, a testament to their ambition and ingenuity. Their stories, preserved in hieroglyphs on tomb walls and papyrus scrolls, continue to fascinate and inspire us. The sands of time may have buried their cities, but they could not erase their legacy. Ancient Egypt serves as a powerful reminder of the cyclical nature of civilizations. Our journey now takes us eastward, to the banks of the mighty Indus River. Here, nestled in the fertile plains of what is now Pakistan and northwest India, thrived the enigmatic Indus Valley civilization. The Indus people, their language still undeciphered, left behind tantalizing clues to their existence. Their cities, meticulously planned and engineered, stand as testaments to their advanced urban planning. Mohenjo-Daro, Harappa, and countless other settlements dotted the landscape. Their legacy was one of practicality, of a society that valued efficiency and order. Imagine walking down a street, straight as an arrow, lined with houses built of standardized bricks, each with its own private well and drainage system. This was the reality of life in an Indus city, a testament to their sophisticated urban planning and engineering prowess. They had indoor plumbing, public baths, and granaries that could store vast surpluses of grain. The Indus people were masters of water management, building elaborate irrigation systems. They cultivated wheat, barley, cotton, and a variety of other crops. Their artisans crafted exquisite jewelry, pottery, and seals, adorned with enigmatic symbols. But the Indus Valley civilization, despite its sophistication and resilience, eventually succumbed to the relentless march of time. Around 1900 BC, their cities began to decline. The reasons for their downfall remain shrouded in mystery. Their cities, abandoned and slowly reclaimed by the earth, lay silent for millennia. It was only in the 20th century that archaeologists, excavating the ruins of Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, began to piece together the story of this lost civilization. The Indus Valley civilization, though silenced by time, left behind a powerful legacy. Their cities, with their advanced urban planning and emphasis on sanitation, stand as a testament to their ingenuity. Their trade networks, spanning vast distances and connecting diverse cultures, remind us of the interconnectedness of the ancient world. The Indus Valley civilization continues to captivate our imaginations. Our journey through the annals of ancient civilizations now takes us westward, to the banks of the Tiber River, where amidst rolling hills and fertile plains, a new power was emerging: Rome. Imagine a city-state, initially a humble collection of villages, rising from obscurity to conquer and unite a vast and diverse empire. This was Rome, a civilization forged in the crucible of conquest. Unlike the civilizations of Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, which emerged in relative isolation, Rome's story is one of constant interaction, conflict, and assimilation. These early influences would shape the very fabric of Roman society. Through a combination of military might, strategic alliances, and shrewd diplomacy, Rome's influence expanded. Their legions, renowned for their discipline and effectiveness, marched across mountains and seas. At its zenith, the Roman Empire stood as a beacon of civilization. Their roads, stretching for thousands of miles, connected their vast domains. Their legal system established a framework for justice and governance that would influence Western law for centuries to come. But even empires like the setting sun eventually fade. The same factors that contributed to Rome's rise, ambition, expansion, and a thirst for power, also sowed the seeds of its decline. Centuries of constant warfare took their toll, draining the empire's coffers and weakening its legions. Internal strife, corruption, and a succession of weak or tyrannical emperors eroded public trust. The Goths, the Vandals, the Huns, these names became synonymous with the fall of Rome. The once mighty empire finally succumbed to the waves of history. Yet, even in decline, the legacy of Rome endured. Their language, Latin, evolved into the Romance languages, shaping the linguistic landscape of Europe. Their legal system, their architecture, their literature, and their art continued to inspire and influence Western civilization for centuries to come. The story of Rome is a story of both triumph and tragedy, of innovation and decline. As we stand among the ruins of their cities, we are reminded that civilizations, like stars, may rise and fall, but their light continues to shine across the vast expanse of time. We've walked through the ruins of empires. We've traced the paths of rivers, now dry, now overflowing. Mesopotamia, Egypt, the Indus Valley, and Rome share a common thread. Civilizations are born, grow, flourish, and fade. It's a cycle as old as time. Innovation, adaptation, and the human desire to create order from chaos. Mesopotamians gave us writing, law, and the wheel. Egyptians built awe-inspiring monuments and advanced astronomy and medicine. The Indus excelled in urban planning and water management. Romans created a vast empire, leaving a mark on Western civilization. But their stories also carry a warning, etched in the crumbling stones of their cities. Overexploitation, internal strife, climate change, and external pressures led to their downfall. The Mesopotamians saw their lands salinized, the Egyptians faced drought, and the Indus couldn't withstand nature. The Romans, stretched thin by overexpansion, succumbed to internal and external pressures. Their stories reflect our present, warning us to prioritize sustainability and cooperation. The rise and fall of these civilizations remind us that change is inevitable, that no empire lasts forever. They teach us that progress is not linear, that setbacks and failures are an inherent part of the human story. But most importantly, they remind us that we have a choice, a responsibility to learn from the past and shape a better future. We can choose to ignore the lessons etched in the ruins of these once great civilizations, to repeat the mistakes that led to their demise. Or we can choose to heed their warnings, to embrace the interconnectedness of our world, to prioritize cooperation over conflict, and to build a future where sustainability, equity, and wisdom guide our actions. The story of civilization is not over. It's a story that continues to unfold, and we are the authors of its next chapter. Let us learn from the past, not just marvel at its wonders. Let us build a future worthy of the legacy passed down to us, a future where the mistakes of the past are not repeated, and the lessons learned from ancient civilizations guide us towards a brighter, more sustainable, and enlightened path. Our journey through time may have ended, but our journey as a civilization is far from over. It is up to us, the inheritors of their legacy, to chart our own course, to write our own story, and to ensure that our chapter in the grand narrative of civilization is one marked by wisdom, resilience, and a deep respect for the lessons etched in the sands of time.